Esther, where's Oswald?
In bed. Why?
Oswald, get up!
Why?
Do as you're told, boy.
No! No, please! No!
Leave! And don't come back.
Look at this kid. Looks like a penguin. You're a penguin? What's the umbrella for?
So, did you watch the Knights play last night?
The Knights? No.
That's right, you're not from Gotham, are you? Don't tell me you're a Meteors fan.
Do I look like I'm from Metropolis?
Nah, I guess not. Don't tell me. Bloodhaven?
Ding ding.
You're kidding. I didn't even know Bloodhaven had a football team.
Yeah, well, we don't, technically. We haven't for nearly 20 years or so now.
Well, pal, you might as well become a Knights fan.
Hey man, I choose life, alright? I think my dad would kill me.
Yo, Vince, did you know Bryce here was from Bloodhaven? Vince?
Should we go check?
Wait here.
It's the Batman!
Think again, boys. Damn it. Guess we're doing this the hard way.
Hey, Levi.
Mickey, I wasn't expecting you tonight.
I know we haven't been around in a few weeks. Things have been pretty crazy. But we're gonna need the last few payments you've missed. We're also gonna need next few weeks' payments in advance, too.
I can't do that.
What do you mean, you can't?
I can't afford that much. Not now. My wife, she's sick. The money from the store is the only thing paying her hospital bills.
I didn't ask for the sob story, Levi. Just give us what you owe, and we'll be on our way.
No.
No?
I'm not paying you any more.
It's not how it works, old man. We're the reason you get all the business around here. You don't want to upset the Roman.
Last time I saw the Roman, he was hanging out of a window.
You think it funny, huh? Tell you what. Give me every single fucking dime you've got right now. We'll see if your wife can survive past Christmas.
There a wee office in here?
Store's closed.
Sign said it was open.
Look, Macbeth. I recommend you step back out that door and mind your own goddamn business.
Sorry, but it is my business. This store is no longer under your territory.
Right. Now I get it. Maroney send you?
Well, no. I don't work for Maroney per se. We're more like partners. We provide the much needed muscle that the lad's sadly lacking.
Muscle? You gonna take the two of us?
Oh no, not me. But he will. also want to speak to him. Sorry about the door, pal. Here's a few quid.
Just give it another minute, Lieutenant. So, you got the signal. We didn't exactly have your number, so we thought we'd improvise. This is Harvey Dent.
Gotham City's new district attorney, but I'm sure you already knew that.
Yeah, don't take it personally. Me and Mr. Dent have been working quite closely together since his appointment. And he, wanted to meet.
Look, I know district attorney doesn't exactly scream trustworthy by this city's standards, but I'm actually a big fan of your work. In fact, I'd hoped we'd be able to work together.
Dent has been working his entire career jailing a lot of Falcone's petty underlings. Small-time crime, of course, but now as district attorney, he's going after the big names. And Falcone is atop that list.
Before now, Gotham's entire justice system has bent to the rules dictated by the Roman, but that's all about to change. Ever since you threw Falcone out his own goddamn penthouse last month, Gotham's criminal underworld has been shaken to a standstill. Complete panic. You showed the people of Gotham that the Roman wasn't untouchable. With the Emperor disgraced and his puppet Loeb out of the picture, the rats are all starting to creak out of the gutter. Without Loeb to guarantee their release, Falcone's little minions have all started ratting each other out to avoid some serious jail time. Or even worse, face the wrath of the Batman.
Your exposure of drug trafficking in Gotham has also brought the city under the DEA's radar. But to be quite honest, they've been avoiding Falcone's drug operations for years. But the media pressure brought on by you has finally put pressure on the feds to get their hands dirty, which led to Dent's appointment as their new DA.
Exactly. Falcone's had countless lawyers, judges, and basically every DA in recent history in his pockets. My predecessor resigned following the chaos after Falcone skipped town, and with both the feds and the media pressure, they couldn't find a replacement DA young and stupid enough to want to go against the Roman. That is, all except me.
I make arrests, Dent brings them to court. And you keep the criminals scared. Exactly. You've started a ripple effect. We can finally start fighting back. Except we're all ignoring one major detail.
What's that?
Falcone's testimony.
Yes, I know. I've seen the interview. You really think we can believe a word he says?
He was right. Those Ace chemical IDs were faked. Whoever sent those men to Maroney's warehouse, it wasn't Falcone.
But he still had the commissioner assassinated.
Lowe's been protecting Falcone from the law for years. Killing him makes no sense.
Falcone figured out that Loeb was going to snitch. That's why he had him shot.
No. Someone else was threatening Loeb for information on the drugs. Once that evidence was collected, Loeb was eliminated. What they weren't banking on was us finding the paper trail before they had the chance to kill him. Someone's gone through a lot of effort to stage a turf war between Falcone and Maroni. And I'm gonna find out why.
Look, we are so close.
I know, but even if Falcone wasn't responsible, we still have plenty to get him prosecuted.
Look, I just think... Did he just...
Yeah, he does that.
You guys really don't know what you're dealing with.
Is that right? It is, boss.
Mickey Sullivan, one of the Sullivan brothers. Falcone's little mob of Irish enforcers, yeah? Are you guys even Irish?
A great-great-grandfather came here.
Yeah, alright.
What's that for? There a leak in here or something?
What, this? No, this is my indoor umbrella.
You what?
Where's Falcone?
None of your goddamn business, Tiny.
Typical of his lot. When the going gets tough, he clears off. So where is he, if he's not in Gotham?
Up your ass.
Whatever. All I need you to do is to spread the word. The Roman Empire is dead. All Falcone's previous territory in Midtown now belongs to the Penguin.
Is that your street name?
And in case you forget it, here's something to remember me by. No, wait!
Sorry, Jim. I was just off the phone to the guys trying to find out a little more about last night's attack. The old man who runs the store says that Falcone's guys were jumped by men working for Maroni. One guy was left bleeding on the floor with his face crushed in. And he said that they took the other guy with them. That guy was Mickey Sullivan.
That's one of Falcone's main guns for hire, ain't it?
Gets even crazier. Apparently, they were both attacked by... Wait for it. A crocodile, man.
A what?
The store owner's own words. The guy was scared to tears.
Let's just get this over with so we can go back to the precinct. G'day, Mr. Wayne.
Hello, detectives. This is Lucius Fox, head of Wayne Tech and member of the board.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you both. I'm Lieutenant James Gordon, and this is Detective Harvey Bullock.
Aye.
We're with the Major Crimes Unit. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about last night's burglary, if you don't mind.
Sure, but it's gotta be quick.
We believe this burglary is the latest in a string of robberies from here to Metropolis this past month.
The same perpetrator?
Each robbery, where there has been witnesses, describe a female suspect matching the description of the one who came here last night. Unfortunately, so far, she's managed to evade surveillance.
Same again here.
You've no cameras in your office?
I enjoy my privacy.
Right. Do you know all that was taken?
We took a full inventory. Only the blue sapphire was taken.
So, just the sapphire?
Yes, everything else checked out.
Does this sapphire hold any, significance?
No, not really. As you can see, there's much more valuable possessions in this office that she, never touched. I don't know what's so special about this sapphire. Just a silly ornament, really. Is that all, detectives? I'm late for Pilates.
If anything comes to mind, get in touch.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Wayne. Mr. Fox.
It worries me how good you are at that.
At what?
Pretending.
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I came straight down here. Shocking. This came for you today? Seems like you've been invited to the grand opening of a new nightclub in Kubrick this Saturday. Can't. Can't or won't? Both? Very well. So, you want to show me something? Take a look at this. Is that a claw or a nail? It's diamond tipped. It's how the thief broke into my father's office. Quite an expensive manicure. So you removed this from the crime scene yourself? And why wasn't this handed to the police? Seriously? Stupid question? I thought Gordon would have alleviated some of your paranoia. My way's quicker. Come here. There's only one jeweler's in Gotham that specializes in this type of diamond cutting. So I checked their sales from the past number of weeks to find anything that matched this particular request, and found such a purchase on October 5th, one day before the first break-ins at LexCorp in Metropolis occurred. So who made the payment? A banker named Graham Foster. His bank had the card cancelled the day after the purchase. Graham was in Malibu at the time, so it was most likely stolen. Was there no police investigation? No. Judging from his bank records, this was the kind of credit card that Graham didn't want his wife knowing about. Ah, right. So I pulled up the CCTV from outside the jeweler's that day, and spotted someone matching the description of our thief. Her face gave us a match. Selena Kyle. Any idea where to find her? Easy. I used street footage to track her movements home. She was last seen entering an apartment block in the Upper West Side. So you didn't call me down here because you needed help. You just wanted to show off your flashy detective skills. Everything's a joint effort, Alfred. Oh, really? Well, next time I'm doing the laundry, we can make it a joint effort. Now that would be outside my expertise. I dare say.
Selena, is that you? Everything okay up here?
Yes, Holly. Just having a smoke.
Oh, okay. I left some pizza for you in the microwave.
Thanks, Holly. I'll be down soon, okay?
Yeah, sure.
She yours?
Oh, no. Well, I'm looking out for her, but no. She's not mine.
Where's your family?
Doesn't have one. When I met her, we were both in a bad place. I decided to get out. Took her with me. So I assume you came here for a reason, or did you just want to jump me?
You stole something.
You're gonna need to be more specific.
From Wayne Industries.
That stupid sapphire?
Where is it?
I don't have it.
Why?
Someone hired me to steal it. God knows why. The thing's useless.
Who hired you?
I can't tell you.
You've been busy, Miss Kyle. 5 burglaries the past month from here to Metropolis. Details I'm willing to ignore, if you tell me who hired you to steal that sapphire.
Sounds fair. I never met the buyer directly, just one of his lackeys. He works for a man only known as the Penguin.
The Penguin?
Stupid, I know, but I've heard the rumors. He's a new level of mean.
Who is he?
I don't know his name. All I know is that the Penguin is eating up all of Falcone's territory that Maroney hasn't already claimed. That's why, once I'm finished here, I'm getting as far away from Gotham as possible.
The man who approached you, what was he like?
Scruffy beard, had an accent, Scottish, I think.
If you're leaving Gotham, do it soon. I won't be so lenient next time.
Not even a thank you? Damn, I need a costume.
You're lucky they're double painted. I know who the mystery partner is. Oh, the Scotsman who attacked the store last night. He works for a man known as the Penguin. Is that a joke? It's an alias. Obviously. So far he's remained anonymous, but I think he's finally revealed himself. And where are you getting this information? Anonymous sources, I get it. So what's this guy's angle? You think he was the one threatening Loeb? The one who had him killed? Maybe. It still doesn't explain why I'd be working with Maroney. The evidence of the drugs implicates Maroney just as much as it does Falcone. I think he might be playing both sides.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Barbara. How was your lesson?
It was great, but I'm exhausted.
I was making some late supper.
It's fine, Dad. I made myself something earlier. Well, I'm beat. Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Sorry about that. And sorry earlier about Dent. He's determined to take down Falcone. He thinks this whole Penguin character is just another red herring to distract us from taking down the Roman. Do you trust him? No one's been stupid enough to threaten the Falcone family like that in years. So yes, I trust him. He's a good kid, and God knows we need more good guys. Oh shit, one of these days.
Thank you so much for the tea, Alfred. You're too kind.
It was my pleasure, Dr. Tompkins. Sorry, Leslie, it's taken so long to reach out. With everything going on, it's...
Don't apologize, Bruce. I'm sure this year's been hectic for you. And I saw that your dad's office was broken into yesterday.
Actually, we kinda wanted to ask you about that.
Oh?
All they took was a blue sapphire. The one that sat to my father's desk.
A blue sapphire?
Yeah.
I think I know the one you mean. Most of the stuff in that office was created by your grandfather, Patrick Wayne. That sapphire was a family heirloom of sorts, but not the Waynes. It belongs to the Cobblepot family.
The Cobblepots?
You've heard the name?
I think I've heard it somewhere.
The Cobblepots, much like the Waynes, were a wealthy family. They came from Old English money.
What happened to them?
Well, when the Maroney and later the Falcone families came to Gotham, they saw some of the older families as being a threat to their influence on the city. The Cobblepots weren't exactly saints either, so things got quite messy. Rumor has it that the Mafia had the whole family wiped out.
So how'd my grandfather receive the sapphire?
I think Patrick was good friends with the head of the family, Tucker Cobblepot. He was killed, sadly. That's maybe when Patrick got the sapphire.
Did any of the Cobblepots survive?
I'm not sure, Bruce. Your father didn't really talk about it that much. I think Thomas knew some of the sons, but I'm not sure what happened to them. Sorry.
Of course, don't worry. Thank you for coming, Dr. Tompkins.
Please, Alfred, after all these years, call me Leslie.
Leslie. It does him good. I think he forgets how many people still care about him.
He's very lucky to have you.
Huh. Sometimes I'm not sure.
If he ever gives you time off from butler duties, let's grab a coffee.
I'd love that.
Good night, Alfred.
Good night. You alright, sir? Yeah, it's just... every time I learn something about the city, it just gets worse. It has seen its fair share. At least we learned something. The same guy waging a war against Falcone hires a cat burglar to steal the Cobblepot family heirloom. Can hardly be a coincidence. Remember I told you were invited to a party tomorrow evening? Yeah. Look whose name is on the invitation. Oswald Cobblepot. I'm gonna need a tux. That I can arrange. Hi. Think I'm on the guest list?
Of course, Mr. Wayne. Glad you can make it. Go right ahead.
I recognize a lot of staff here, Alfred. Some of them used to work at Falcone's casino. Right down to the bar staff. Didn't take much to change their stripes. You should see the guest list. It's like the who's who of Gotham's social elite. There's Maroney. And that's Roberto Falcone. Isn't that the Roman's son? Seems like Cobblepot's trying to please both parties.
Hey, Bruce Wayne!
Harvey Dent, you look great.
I look great. Look at you. You're like a Greek sculpture.
You're not far off.
Too much beer. But really, how have you been? I haven't seen you since high school. I'm glad to see someone I recognize here. To be honest, I've never been comfortable in this kind of company. No offense.
None taken. So what brings you here?
Can't be sure, really. I think this Cobblepot guy wants to make a good impression. He's got everyone here. Mayor Hill, I see a few judges too. Some I like, some I don't. How about you? Actually, don't answer that. You're Gotham's prince. Of course you're here.
Please, Harvey. I hear that enough from the press already.
I certainly wouldn't call you a prince.
Miss Vale. It's been a while. Still waiting on that dinner.
I gave you my card. It's you who needed to ask.
You're right. I'm sorry. Completely forgot.
I'll, let you guys catch up.
Don't worry. I've actually been too busy for dinner these days.
You here for the Gazette?
Mr. Cobblepot promised me an exclusive interview.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, gotta go. I'm sure you have other women to entertain.
Present woman. You seen who I'm seeing? You forget, sir. Without your cowl on, I can't see a thing. Seems like Miss Kyle hasn't finished her tenure with the Penguin after all. A bourbon, please. And for the lady?
You paying?
Of course.
I'll have a bottle of your most expensive wine, please.
Drink for the nerves?
I'm not as used to this kind of company as you are, Mr. Wayne.
I'm honestly not that used to it either, Miss...
Kyle. Selina Kyle.
Most of it's just an act, really. I think people care more about being seen talking to me than actually talking to me.
Geez, must be hard. An endless supply of strangers begging to be in your company.
Depends on the stranger.
Right. Good, isn't she?
Who is she?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not great with speeches, but I just want to give a massive thanks to every single one of you who showed up tonight. This lounge is a power dream come
I
true
gotta go to
for
the
me,
ladies'
my
room.
friend.
Mind my drink.
So it's an absolute pleasure to be sharing this night with all you great people. Thank you.
Sorry, sir, but I believe Mr. Fox will be arriving soon. I'm gonna have to shut down systems to install the new software. That's fine, Al. I'll fill you in what you miss. You sure you don't want me to reschedule for another evening? No, I need that car running ASAP. Depending on how tonight goes, I might need it.
Alberto, you really shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
What do you want, Sal?
Come on, where's your father? I just want to talk. Settle this like grown-ups.
Really? After what you've done?
Me? Your father was the one who started this.
I don't know who's been filling your head with this mush, Sal, but it's too late for that. Father doesn't forgive you, as you well know.
Nobody respects Carmine more than me, kid. But I ain't afraid of him either.
You should be.
My God.
When you said Bat Cave, I didn't think you actually meant it literally.
Yes, this complex of caves goes on for miles beneath the entire estate.
Amazing.
So I believe me and Bruce have most of the hardware already installed.
Yes, these are just a few final pieces of software that need to be installed on your main system.
Great, let me show you.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Wayne. Take a little tour, did we? What the hell's going on? Caught ourselves a little mouse, that's what. Except you sprung the trap a little earlier than we expected, so we had to improvise. What did you hit me with? I see you've met a new head of security. Mr. Jones. Killer Crook, they called him. Back in the circus. Packs a queer punch at that. He has some sort of skink condition. What's the name of that thing?
I don't know, acne.
Acne. You taking the piss?
Couldn't tell you.
That should be it, Alfred. Just gotta reboot systems.
Excellent. You can't do this, but I can, and I am.
My God.
I know what Falcone and Maroney did to your family. Your old man tell you? Or was it your butler?
Where'd you say the call was now? Look, I'm sorry for what they did.
Nah, I'm sorry for you, mate. I'm sorry that Mummy and Daddy aren't around anymore. Pity someone got to them before I did. We'll just have to settle for the little prince.
Wait, what? I thought your family and mine were friends.
You see, it's comments like that that make me wonder how much you really know about your family. But since we're in no rush, let me tell you some real history.
You seen that new Carlo film?
Nah, I never really liked him as an actor.
Yeah, I've heard. He's a bit of psycho on set.
Hi, guys. My friend, Bruce Wayne, never seemed to have left the party.
Sorry, pal. Everyone's already been cleared out.
If I could maybe just take a look around, you might have fallen or something.
Get lost. Or get hurt.
If I could just...
My turn. My father moved us to America to expand the family business into the States. The cheap real estate, ports, and the indifference in law enforcement made Gotham the perfect place to set up shop. What my father didn't realize is that if you want to do business in Gotham, you had to ask the families for permission. But Dad wasn't used to being bossed around. We had built our own empire back in London. There we were kings. Dad didn't think he owed the Italians shit. Dad was an idiot. Once the fighting broke out, he got worried. Mum wouldn't let me out of her sight, but he sent my brother William out of town with a family friend. The Waynes.
You must be William. Thomas says you were friends at school.
Yeah, it's an honor to meet you, Mr. Wayne.
Please, call me Patrick.
Our family had put up more of a fight than Maroney and Falcone expected. For every one of our men they killed, we killed one of theirs. An eye for an eye, he said. Eventually they decided to call a truce. William got sent word that the fighting was over and that he could come back home.
That?
Or so we thought. You see, Falcone didn't believe in an eye for an eye. You take his eye, he'll come for your fucking head. Your grandfather was supposed to keep my brother safe. Turns out he's already made a deal with Falcone. He'd hand over my brother, and in exchange, the mob will never interfere with the Waynes.
I never know.
Of course you didn't. Your father wanted to protect the perfect family image. I was raised with no such delusions. My father hated me, you see. Jason died young from pneumonia. In came my brother William, then me. Then Robert came after, but he was stillborn. Complications that arose out of my birth meant my mother couldn't bear a healthy child again. Of course, it just gave my father another reason to hate me. This deformed little rat of a son. So, when he came home that night, I thought he was finally getting rid of me. Leave! Looking back now, I realise he was saving me. I was the last thing he had to his name.
Always hated him.
Listen to me! All our sons are dead! Let me save one of them.
They came for my father shortly after. They never did find his body. And you know what they did to my mother? My grieving mother. They had her committed. Didn't take her long. My mum was a sweetheart. She did deserve the life she got. That's when I got sent back to London to live with my grandmother. She saw something in me that my father never did. Potential. She showed me the ropes, made me the man I am today. Now here I am, taking revenge on every single family responsible for the destruction of mine.
So this whole turf war, this was your doing?
Oh look, it does watch the news. I was the one who sabotaged that drug shipment. It destabilized the Maroney and Falcone relationship, which led to this whole fiasco.
But Maroney, wasn't he here tonight?
You really think that idiot knows what's really going on? My father's biggest mistake was thinking he could make it in Gotham with his own name alone. But that's not how it works. I used Maroni as a face to start making my mark in this city. And I did that by giving him the one thing he's always craved. Enough firepower to threaten Falcone. Falcone's had his hand up Maroni's arse for the past 20 years. I convinced Maroni that it was Falcone who shot up his warehouse. Let them wipe each other out. Whilst I take control of whatever's left.
So who killed the commissioner?
Another great question. Loeb and Falcone were like salt and pepper. I knew I could never threaten Falcone still having the police commissioner to protect him. So I blackmailed Loeb and gathered evidence against Falcone. Once I no longer had any use for him, I had him taken out to tie up any loose ends. I knew the assassination of a police commissioner would raise enough heads to get the feds involved and find everything that Loeb's been covering up. Now, I've really enjoyed this family reunion, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to call it a night. We were planning on taking the Falcone lad tonight, but you being a nosy bastard just bumped you up the schedule, mister.
Really? You're gonna kill Bruce Wayne?
Poor orphan boy got a little too drunk at a party and decided to off himself by jumping into the Gotham River. What do you think, boys? That'll serve a few papers, right? No one's gonna care, lad. You're just another dead Wayne. What's that?
Oi! Shoot him! Why does this always happen to me? Smoke!
Get out of the damn car. Fine.
Well. If it ain't the pointy-eared bastard himself, this ends now.
I agree.
I thought you were leaving.
Really? Still no thank you?
Once they know you helped me, they'll kill you. You need to leave. What took you so long, Alfred? Sorry, sir, we stopped for drive-thru. Handing manual control over to you now. Let's see what this thing can do. He is fuming.
Now why would that be?
Because I got to drive it before he did. Baby, here the boss.
Dogs, need to get these guns out of the city.
What the hell is that?
He's got us or some kind of hook.
Fuck's sake. You know, at first, I thought me and you might be on the same side.
Falcone will face justice, but not like this.
Justice? You really think, what, they're gonna throw Falcone in the Blackgate?
The only justice is when Falcone's head is on a spike! Do you know what it's like to have your own family ripped away from you? This city took everything from me! I guess some things never change.
Crocodile Man. Any word on the 2 casualties?
From what I could gather, both were on the doors tonight. Forensics are guessing they were both bludgeoned to death with a blunt object. Haven't been able to find the weapon, though.
Maybe those we have in custody could shed some light.
Could have been the bat.
Nah. Not his MO.
You trust him too much. You remember what Falcone told us?
Not this again, Harvey.
Have you spoken to His Majesty yet?
How are you holding up, Mr. Wayne? I'm sure you're badly shaken.
Not the craziest party I've been to.
Once the paramedics give the all clear, I can drive you home.
My butler's on his way.
No problem.
Gordon, isn't it?
That's me.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Unfortunately, our person of interest has just landed himself in custody. Our objective is going to take a little longer than we expected. Mr. Wayne? Yes, he's unharmed. Your suspicions were correct. Bruce and the Batman are one and the same. How is he? He's fine. A little beaten up, but he's good. Affirmative. Canary out.
Happy Halloween, folks.
Jesus, Harvey. Your hand.
Yeah, I must have blacked out after the party. Next thing I remember, I'm back home with a sprained wrist.
Looks rough.
I'll be alright. Look, I guess I owe you both an apology. You were right about the Penguin. I'm sorry.
I know it's a setback, but at least there's one less murderer on the streets.
You're right, but Falcone's still got what's coming to him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take him down, but I can't do it alone. I need you guys.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
On that front, our office just made contact with Johnny Vitti.
Vitti? Like Chicago?
That's the one. The Roman sister is married to the Chicago boss, Felice Vitti. Johnny is their son, the Roman's nephew. Apparently, Johnny's been in Gotham helping Falcone smuggle his drugs. In exchange for protection, we might convince him to testify against his uncle.
Won't be long now.
Speaking of which, I gotta get to work. It's gonna be a long Halloween.
Now before you do your little disappearing act, I've got something to show you. This was delivered anonymously to the precinct last week. I meant to show you earlier, but with everything going on. Dear Batman, happy 1-month anniversary. See you soon. We received it on October 24th, exactly 1 month since the attack on Ace Chemicals. The Red Hood. It could well be a hoax, but I thought you'd want to know. It also came with this. I'll look into it.